All right, and welcome to How Far So Far with your host Brian. Another day, another episode. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, YouTube, especially YouTube. Find all the links on the Instagram page and all my links. Super simple, super easy. I don't want to hear no complaints about that garbage. I'm tired of explaining this everywhere. It's so simple. Like you do it with everybody else. You follow everybody else on social media. You know how to click. You know when people say like swipe up and you swipe up and they do it for everybody else. For me, they're like, oh, guy, I can't find your link. Like, what do you mean, bro?
It's lies.
But it's okay. Thank you for the people that do, that are, on top of it. I appreciate you so much. And today we have a very special guest in the house.
Yay.
Introduce yourself, guest. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Tia.
Hi, Tia. How are you?
I'm good.
For all the you that like, see if you follow the show, you understand that I always I just come here to chill with my friends.
Period.
And just do the same shit that I do, even outside of this.
Exactly.
Like this is literally me. This is just me putting myself out there for the people. Cause I'm tired of people telling me like, oh, if people watch you, like, okay, well, I'm here now. Watch me. Fuck.
Exactly.
But Tia, did I ask you how you were? Yes. Talk to me about talk to the people about you. Who's Tia?
So
Why is Tia important?
Tia is a 22-year-old girl from Brantford,
22.
just trying to live her life.
Live her life. What does living life constitute of? Because me living life is like, make money, sleep.
Definitely making money and sleeping, but also like trying to have like experiences.
Like you're trying to be young.
I want to be young.
You're just trying to be 22. You want to be 22 years old.
Yes, exactly. No kids, not tied down, just living life.
Wouldn't life be easier if you had somebody to help you beside you?
It would, but it's not easy to find someone. Always the right person.
Okay.
It's easy to find men, but it's not. It's not always the right one.
So it sounds to me like you've been done dirt or something like that. You've been hurt.
Yeah, in the past.
In the past, like, was it like bad? Like, was it one of those like you're like, fuck this nigga type shit? Like, tell us a little bit about it. I don't know too much.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Me, like, I wouldn't say I've really been done dirty, but sometimes I just pick the wrong person and then I kind of waste time. Have to cut them off.
Yeah. You know who Brittany Renner is?
No.
Brittany Renner.
Oh,
Instagram model.
yes.
Yeah.
And she's dating that one basketball player.
I don't know who she's dating right now, but when she was out there, she wrote a book.
Ooh.
And in her book, there's this one quote that I always remember. And it says that relationships are the mere reflection of yourself. So if you attract shit people, it's because you're a shit yourself. So a lot of the times, it's about you. And this is something that I came up with myself recently. And it's like, the best way to like solve your problems is to blame it on yourselves. Because like if you blame your problems into somebody else, you can't just go and change somebody else or change the weather or politics. But if you're broke right now and you want to blame that on yourself, guess what? You're going to find a way to make money yourself.
Exactly.
And vice versa. So, that was the piece of advice of today. It's like, go get shit and self-improve above all, above everything. Just make yourself better and you will have better.
And I definitely think that's true. I feel like right now, like, I'm definitely not at where I want to be, like, forever.
But you're 22 years old. You're okay.
Exactly. But, that's why I'm just here.
If I could tell you something, it's like, don't fall for the pressure that society puts on you. Like, you're doing okay. Like, okay. All right. If you take a second and you look at this city and you see who you're competing against, you will find that you will win 100% of the time.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So you're doing well. You're doing very well.
It's true. It's just, social media.
It sucks. It sucks. Like it was never this up front and up close. My mama didn't grow up in this shit, neither my grandma.
Yeah.
It was even me growing up. it was one of those with some things I wanted things, and my mom would say, "What the fuck you get that from?" It's like, "Oh, 50 Cent." And then, "Well, you not 50 Cent," and that's where it died because like
true.
it's like, okay, facts. But at that point, like, you saw a celebrity like to be in this like high, being so far away from you, but that's not the case anymore. Like, you are with these people right there all the time through your phone,
Exactly.
and it makes you feel like if they could do it, I could do it too.
Yeah.
Which is not wrong. I mean, but you can't be necessarily driven by these things, because then you drive
True.
yourself crazy.
That is true.
Like, ultimately, this is the second time I said it on my podcast. Cardi said it once. It's like, people see the success, the cars, and the money, but ain't nobody go on social media and say, "I got chlamydia today." You know what I mean?
That's fact.
So it's a lie.
It is.
It's a big fucking lie. So I'm like, it's whatever. Now, Tia, usually I try to come up with a subject that's gonna be like interesting for you and me. And I don't know if this is gonna be interesting, but I'm just curious, and I just feel like I couldn't ask a better person than you. And this subject is like the double standards when it comes to men and women. And since we're black, then let's talk about black people.
Yeah.
And this is why. I saw a TikTok, and on this TikTok, this girl was saying, like, if you want to hang out with me, you gotta fly me out. Okay, talk to me. Just with that alone, I don't even want to say how I feel. How you feel?
I feel that, I mean, girls like that, I mean, that's what they want to do. Like, that's not my lifestyle. That's not for me, because I know what happens when you get flown out. You're not
No. But she sounds like she's aware of whatever it is. She's just saying, like, okay, if we're gonna go there, they might as well, bring me in a fucking plane at least.
Well, if that's the type of guy she's looking for, like, there's a lot, like, because I've seen it so, like, firsthand. Just like being around like rich guys, like they, like, you're getting flown out, like, like, you're not their girlfriend, like, you're just a side piece. Like, I don't know, that's not the lifestyle I want. So
like, there's no commitment.
Yeah, there's no commitment. You guys are just pretty much friends with benefits, like, and that's fine if that's what you want, but I mean,
I feel like see, I feel well, on that same, somebody duetted it, or no, stitched it. Somebody stitched it, and it was a dude, and he was basically saying, like, "Oh, this girl's delusional. This is the shit we got to put up with, and thank you, social media, for this garbage." And I'm like, no, this is not her being delusional. This is not social media's fault. This is man's fault. We came up with this shit. We did this. We started flying girls from Utah to LA. For what fucking reason? Is she in Utah? Let the niggas in Utah deal with that.
It's true.
It's that fucking simple. But we came up with this, and now, that particular girl has that opinion. But guess what? She's not crazy, because maybe I won't do it. Maybe the guy that's exactly.
It's true. You just have to, like, the thing when it comes to that is, like, if you're a girl who wants a guy to fly you out and wants all these things, then you do have to look for those guys. Don't go and expect every guy to do that.
I mean, she put it out there, so, like, I feel like that's gonna filter a lot of dudes, if there was any dudes even having some type of interest in her. Now they know if you can't fly the girl out, then
I mean,
but what happens if they live in the same city?
I mean, if you live in the same city,
over me in,
then she's gonna be the type of girl who wants $200 dates every time. She's gonna want clothes, shoes, bags, cars.
Are you like that at all? What do you like? What are you looking in a guy?
When I look for a guy,
oh boy,
at least if we go out, like, I expect you to pay. I'm not saying we have to go to, like, Ruth Chris every time, but
where?
Ruth Chris?
Where's that?
Steakhouse? or like STK or like Soto, like.
Yo, pause. Where are all these places?
Like most of them are like downtown Toronto.
Yo, that's some bullshit. Hold on. I don't live in Toronto.
Me either. I live here in Brantford, Ontario, born and raised.
Wow. But for some way, somehow, you know all these places.
Gone there with friends.
See, I hate that shit. So you telling me that I'm gonna take you to all these? I mean, Soto. That shit sounds expensive.
It's like, I'd say it's like same price range like Red Lobster.
Red Lobster's expensive.
Yeah.
For a reason.
For a reason, you're getting service.
Well, just what it is, the product, the seafood. Like,
exactly.
You can't just fucking grow seafood in your backyard.
Exactly.
And there's no sea anywhere around where we live. So I understand that. But fucking meat? There's meat at Food Basic, no problem.
Are you gonna cook?
I could.
Well,
but I feel like it's not that appreciated if I did.
A lot of girls, they want to go out and flex.
Exactly.
If you go out on a date, it's a flex.
They want to post the place, the location, and all you see from that nigga is a hand. You didn't even see.
It's true. If you see the hand, some girls will really just pretend like nobody's there.
Wow.
I mean,
why is that? Why don't men get appreciation at least? Like, now we're doing all this shit. Now we are. What?
Me personally is because I don't like to be embarrassed. So
embarrassed.
I don't like to post a guy too soon. So if we are going out on dates, like I will maybe post like the date, but I'm not gonna post who I'm with because it's not social media's business yet. But I'm not against posting. It's just not gonna happen right away.
Yeah, but like I feel like I'm the type of dude that I don't like getting posted. I just don't like it. I got social media because that's just the world I live in. But I don't need it. I really don't. But and when anybody pulls out a camera try to take a picture of me, I'm like, nah. Like,
yeah, you hate pictures.
Like leave that shit alone. But in the event that I'm taking you out to this specific place to make you feel like the beautiful person that you are, maybe, I don't know, and that's the type of appreciation I'm getting back. That's just disrespectful, hella disrespectful.
I mean, I guess it sometimes depends. Like, I mean, sometimes like I've gone out with guys, like they don't care that I don't post them, or they don't care that I'm taking pictures of the food.
I just feel like it's such a masculine, feminine subject that guys, we won't complain.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a good look to be like, oh, why didn't you post me? I don't think the fuck. Why would I say that? I mean, maybe I should to make you feel a type of way. Maybe you're like, okay, next time, my bad, whatever. But I just feel like, yo, that's some bitch nigga shit. I ain't gonna say that.
I mean, the best way to get what you want is to say it. Because me, I wouldn't know. I would just honestly assume you don't want to be posted. That's me, because I don't read between the lines. You have to tell me.
So you would sit here and recommend the madam to say what you mean what you say.
Yes.
Okay. That'll get you somewhere.
It will, and if it doesn't, then you know what to do with that.
Yeah, maybe that right there, that's not for you.
Exactly. So, cut that off.
Okay. Well, shit. Now, and within that lifestyle, like fly me out and whatever else. I feel like there is some reality behind it in terms of how does a female like yourself get to that point where you can either find a motherfucker or be within that network where you can find somebody that could potentially fly you out, or you could do it yourself.
Well, to do it yourself, definitely you have to like be making your own money, number one. But to find a guy, you have to put yourself in certain situations. So you have to go to certain parties where you know there's gonna be like rich guys at, or you know, if you go on vacation, you know, go around in areas where you know you're gonna see rich guys who are going to
like,
want to fly you out, I guess.
AKA, where do you would go? What's a destination where you would say, okay, like if I had to go somewhere, this is where I want to land, because I know somebody might look at me.
Miami.
Miami's such a cool.
I haven't been. That's just what I think off the top of my
Miami
head.
is such a cool. Miami's worse than Toronto.
Ugh.
Because everything is so accessible. Like the city is ready for that life, for the lavish. You know, there's the yachts, the luxury cars, and all that shit. It's all in there. You just have to pay for it. And you know, niggas don't go there to live there. They go for a week or two.
True.
What, a week or two? For a day or two.
And they rent their cars.
That's
and
it.
They get their sections in the clubs.
That's it.
No, it's
and
true.
you just got to know somebody to get inside a club. That's it. I mean,
true.
me myself, I've been invited to have that weekend for years. Shout out to Logan. And I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about it.
I get it.
Like that. I niggas just telling me like, guy, come. We'll be in a music video, not record it. I'm like, it's all right.
I just mean like, I mean for myself, it's a little bit different because like Toronto guys, like I hate to bring like color into it, but like when like Toronto guys, they really do want a certain type of women. Like, so I'd really have to go to the States for that.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
A lot of Toronto guys, especially the ones who consider themselves like more up and like rich and they have like this good lifestyle, like the girls they want on their arm are usually like white girls or like racially ambiguous girls, Spanish girls, Asian girls. Racially ambiguous, like it means like we can't really tell what you are, but we know you're mixed. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
red bones.
Yeah, they don't really want like black girls, like so. And I've noticed, like, you know, personally, like when I go out, like even when I go to these parties, these like rich guy parties, you know, I see the difference. And it's not just like with me myself, but I see it with like how they treat other black girls as well. So that's why I'm saying Miami, but definitely the States.
So you're telling me that's a rich nigga trade?
It's a rich nigga trade. It's colorism. Wow. Like it's actually like, I know
like
it sounds
not necessarily racist, but colorist.
Yeah. It's actually a thing. Like I've seen it happen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like, so you literally you need to have, if you're a dark-skinned woman, you gotta have something to show.
You really do. Or even if you do have something to show, sometimes they still don't care because the
white girl is right there.
Yeah, the white girl who doesn't, like, you could be a dark-skinned woman, you have your life together, you are like, you know, making six figures, you're like in the same lane as them, but they'll still go for someone else who's not black. Just even if they're making less money, even if they have nothing.
Well, they don't care about the money because they are the money.
They have the money, exactly.
Right.
But that's the thing. They only care about the race and
the
color.
These niggas are just shallow as fuck. Like
Toronto guys, a lot of them are shallow.
Like they're just. You know, I always wonder, like, what the fuck is inside this nigga's head? Because, you know, I see shit from a broke nigga's perspective. Like, oh, what the fuck? If I had that female, I'll be good. I'll be sad. Like, whatever. But then, you know, if I sit and I play pretend with myself, like, okay, let's just say I was that nigga. And now I got all this money, all this power. Yeah, I get it. But ultimately, these niggas are just buying love.
It's true. Which
is kind of annoying.
It is, but I mean...
Like, I know probably, like, I don't have enough fingers in both of my hands about females that are getting, like, sugar baby by, you know, dot nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Like, you're that naked. Like I just feel like any female will be with you.
It's true, but because they have that money, they know that they can really pick and choose who they want. So,
but why? Where does the buying females comes from? Where does the Rolex? You want to go on vacation with your friends? Here, where all that shit comes from? Like, I just feel like me as like. Oh wait, hold on. Would you say that these niggas just don't have game? Because that's what I think.
I think a lot of them don't. I think a lot of them, like, they feel like if they do all this stuff for you, like, they have something on
Some type of power over you.
Yeah, they have a power on you. So that's what they choose to do, I guess.
Because, see, in my head, when I think about the situation, I just think that maybe these niggas just don't have no game. Like, they don't know how to holla at girls. They just expect, like, you know, oh, I showed up, you know my face, you know, the pussy just opened. And then when it doesn't happen, they're like, okay, well, like, I got money, like, and then they're like, okay.
A lot of guys who have money feel like they can buy love from girls or buy these girls, but it's, you know, it's up to them if they're gonna accept that. And a lot of them
Will you put yourself in that situation?
No.
What would you like for yourself?
I like for myself just like a man who is, if, like, you know, successful or on the road to success, like, you're doing something for yourself, because obviously I'm not going to be the breadwinner for both of us. But
why not?
Like, I just feel like at this point in my life, if I were to, I don't know, I'm still working on myself. You should be working on yourself too.
Okay.
So, I mean, if I make more money than you, it's not a big deal, but you have to be doing something for yourself as well. Like, you have 2 legs, 2 arms. Like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you hustling? And, like, some of the things that I do, like, they could do as well. Like, I invest my money. Like, why can't you invest your money?
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
You're an entrepreneur? What did you do?
I mostly invest in, like, cryptocurrencies.
You're into cryptocurrency.
Yes.
No way. Great. That's great.
Yeah. So that I do a bit of trading.
Trading like currency or like
currencies.
or like forex.
Yeah, like
Okay.
sometimes I won't really trade like the actual currencies, but I'll trade like the cryptocurrencies. So like I do trade like sometimes Bitcoin or Ripple or Ethereum. That's just what I do for mostly right now. But like as I stack my money, I want to like have investments like properties or like investments in other companies, just like things like that.
Just to have autopilot money.
Exactly.
So whether you work or not doesn't matter.
Exactly. I have passive income coming to me while I sleep. That's exactly what I want. So
who told you about this shit? This is supposed to be a secret.
My friend's mom, she put me onto all of this.
Okay.
So I just, started doing my own research. Me and Chanel, we always are doing our research.
So you didn't have to like pay somebody like $700 and join my Loom type of shit?
No.
Okay, good.
So
I don't know, like there's some places out there that I don't know. I'm not gonna shame nobody hustle, because at the end of the day, like you gotta do what you gotta do to make your money. But if you're trying to make money, yes, investments are necessary. But I don't believe in paying somebody for me to make money. Like I can't.
Nah, I completely get that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? Like, we have this program here. It's for $100. Okay, so like, what does the $500 do? Oh, nothing. I just give you the info and like you go from there.
That's
that's cool.
That's what a lot of people do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I'm doing well with like crypto and even stocks. And I taught myself that shit. Like I just sat down and till this day I'm still learning. Like there's a lot of shit that I still don't know. There's a lot of shit that I need to like learn. But like as it is, like me and my boys, like we make money. Like 8 a.m. the group just are booming with like signals and whatever, and that's just us telling each other like, yo, go get this, go do this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay nobody for that shit.
Exactly. That's essentially what me and Chanel do. We just we do our own research, bounce ideas off of each other. If we find like a new like altcoin or something, we'll let each other we'll do research. Say, should we invest in this? Yeah, let's put $50 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just like simple things like that.
That 50, even if you make $20 out of it, that's still profit.
Exactly. That $50.
That was $50 that was doing nothing in there.
Exactly.
Fashion Nova was probably gonna take that 50.
Probably is.
And that was oh shit. Tia, any future plans? Anything?
Future plans?
Yeah.
Trying to get out this country. You trying
to live somewhere else?
Not live somewhere else, but I need to be on a vacation.
Where you want to go?
Probably just somewhere in the States, which is not the greatest, but flying to like Mexico or flying to the Caribbean right now is too difficult. Like all the flights are like 20 hours. Like with different connections, different stops, because the travel ban.
Yeah.
So probably just go.
I feel like are you getting the vaccine?
As of currently, no, but I might get it later. I'm gonna see how bad they make the restrictions first.
See, okay. This is me taking an ignorant approach to this whole vaccine talk. Do you know? Well, they vaccinated you for smallpox, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the name of that vaccine?
I have no clue.
Right.
I have no clue.
Right. So we live in a society right now that is so politically correct to the point, like, now we know the brands of these vaccines. Like, that shit blows my mind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I remember, like, I grew up in the Dominican Republic, and every so often, like, something will break out. Something. Whether it was, like, fucking Zika virus or, I don't know, some crazy shit. Like, shit like, you get bit by a mosquito and you die next day.
Yeah.
And they would come in and tell you people like, oh, you have to go get vaccinated. And that day was a field trip day for the boys. Like, I remember there was the one vaccine that we went and got vaccinated on the one clinic. And then from there, we walked to another one and got it again. And then we were just trying to find out who will give up getting the vaccine first. For, like, we just, like, looking at niggas, like, laughing at niggas for crying getting the needle. That was the amusement. So we got the same vaccine at like 5 different places on the same day. I'm still alive. Like they said like, oh, but the long term, bro. I was like 8, 9 years old. It was true. 20 years ago.
Honestly, like, I'm probably gonna end up getting it. It's just I was like against. I won't lie, I was against getting it for the longest time. But like more and more each day, I'm just kind of like, probably gonna get it. I know my mom's gonna get it, so yeah. I'm just,
as you become an adult, like you do grow smarter, hopefully.
Definitely.
And yeah, I've thought about it a million times. Like it is so much scary just to think about, like, what if, like I said it on an episode, like, what would you do if 2045 they come in and say, oh, whoever had the COVID vaccine in 2020, you're gonna die tomorrow, right? Terrified. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do at that point? You're like, oh fuck, get the funeral ready. That's me.
Pretty much. Got my life insurance policy ready.
Right. Whoa. Perfect. Whoa. This girl, you on some shit. You really trying to get rich, huh?
Yeah, cause I just watch so many people, like, they leave with nothing for their family. So I don't
leaving debt.
Yeah, leaving debt. And then it's not their fault, but like, I hate seeing like so many people like die, and then I see the GoFundMe's to bury them. Like,
fuck that.
No, I don't want my family begging for money for me to bury me.
Yeah.
You have the money there.
I feel like if that's what it boils down to, you fell at life. Like, exactly. A big fucking fail. Like, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where, like, you lived for however many years, and in all those years, you didn't leave money behind to bury you, bro.
And it'll be the ones who flex the most too, but we won't get into that. We won't get into that.
What do you mean? I've seen it. I've seen it, especially here. Trap man in specific. Trap man, they have it all fucked up. Some of them are super smart. They know who they are. There's a few of them that I admire their hustle. But most niggas are in it for the wrong reasons.
It's true.
They're in it for a shoe, for a car, for a trip.
to buy their girls Chanel and
right,
Prada.
right. That's it. But okay, there's a lot more to life than that, bro.
It's true.
Where's your house?
Where's your credit? What's your credit score saying?
Oh my god. I just feel like you're coming for somebody.
Coming for a lot of somebody.
Whoa. So what? You've been there a few times?
I've never, I don't talk to hoodmans, but like I know of hoodmans and I know a lot of them, like they don't have like anything in their name. They don't have.
But I just feel like they just, because here's the thing. One common factor that they all have is that they love money. And the reason why they end up with bad credit is because before they become trap men, they still love money. So, that payday loan racked.
Yep.
Fucked your credit up by the time you're 19 over throwing a telly party.
And they don't want to fix it.
And for what? After they become a trap man, they just pay for everything cash.
Exactly, but that's just not,
Well, the system that we live in doesn't allow you to make it cash only.
It doesn't.
You can't. It's
Unfortunately,
impossible. It's impossible.
It's impossible. So you have to have that credit. You have to have things in your name, like
or better yet, there's motherfuckers that don't even know what credit is. They don't even know.
They don't.
But education has to do a lot with that because there's no class in school that teaches you like how to make money or how does money rolls around or whatever.
It's true.
It's fucking garbage.
I was lucky enough, my mom taught me about credit, because my mom owns a house. So just like those little things, like especially like if we talk about a lot of guys who live like in this big cities, like they don't know about that stuff because unfortunately their parents have been renting their whole life and they are going to continue. They don't own anything.
There is generational wealth and generational debt.
It's true.
Like there's not just one sided. Like fuck. Now you mentioned something off camera that I want to bring up, and it was like now that we're talking about money and like business and like the entrepreneurship, quote unquote. You said something very, very touching. You said that you wanted to make your money legally and what?
Morally.
What do you mean?
Morally, I mean, like, when I look back at myself in 10 years, like, I don't have any regrets at all. Like, and I mean, I want to be a businesswoman. So, like, if I'm working with, like, all these businessmen and stuff, like, I don't want them looking down on me and how I make my money.
Because of your past or
because
whatever.
Of my past. And, like, I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but, like, that's just the way society is. So, if you're not
with it.
Yeah, if you're not morally making money and legally making it the right way, like, it can close doors for you.
Oh my God. I wish there's a lot of like females watching this, because I try to have this conversation with a lot of people, and they just like, well, I don't have to live by society's rules. I'm like,
you don't, but
right, you don't, but like, this is the society that you live in. If you're trying to make it where you say you want to make it, you're gonna have to do these things. You gotta play by the rules.
Exactly. Like all of these made up like things, like even like, for example, like how we were just talking about credit, like like it's made up and everything, but you have to follow these rules. You have to obey it, or else you're not getting anywhere. So that's why for me,
and I've always said like like once like even with racism, which a lot of people get so mad at me when I say this, but like this is my own belief, is like once you get to a certain status, racism doesn't exist.
It's true.
Ain't nobody telling JC no because you're black.
No.
What do you mean?
It's true.
He's like top 20 richest man in the world. That nigga ain't no nigga no more.
No, he's pretty much a white man.
That's it. Like no, ain't no nothing. They're just people at that point.
There's literally I learned about this the other day. I forget her name, but there's this little girl like back like segregation times in America, and she was given a piece of land that struck oil, and she was so rich that they legally declared her a white woman.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like find it. But it's like a real thing. Like, so
wow. So like being white meant something then. Like
yeah, she was just like legally a white woman, even though she was a black child. But because, you know, her land, they struck oil and she ended up becoming rich. Like, so it is true. It's been happening for years. People just want to put a blind eye to it.
And that's just and that I feel like those are the people that suffer the most.
It's true.
Because there's just one thing in their head, and then there is what's actually happening in real life.
Yeah.
Back to the moral situation.
Yes.
So what wouldn't you do to make money?
What will I do?
What wouldn't you
Oh,
do?
what wouldn't I do?
Yeah.
Definitely like anything that has to do with me like exposing my body for money. Like I just personally don't want to do it because I don't even like posting pictures like that in general. Yeah. So I just don't like that type of attention.
So you're a good girl.
Yeah. So I just, you know, anything, yeah, just anything like that, anything like where I have to, I don't want to say too much and like, cause I don't want anyone to drag me.
Why? I mean, we ain't say no name. We didn't say you did blah, 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 blah. Tell me.
Anything.
We're not talking about nobody you know. We're just talking about, you know, the world we live in, the things that exist. So I'm gonna say OnlyFans out the window.
Definitely out the window.
Out the window. You know anybody that has an OnlyFans?
I know a lot of people who have OnlyFans. Every day I'm seeing new ones pop up.
Why? That shit is so like, no. I
don't know, but it's like fast money. It's easy money for, you know, a lot of females and men, but so that's what they do.
Oh boy, what else we can do? Nothing has to do with your body.
No,
none illegal.
No telly things, no stripping, no dancing.
That's another thing. They call it dancing. Like you fucking work on fucking Broadway. Like
like you know, been training for this your whole life. Like it's.
Well, I got so pissed. Like when I got introduced to the term, like, you know, I'll meet a girl or whatever, and I'm like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a dancer. I'm like, what do you mean? And then they just thought I was stupid. I'm like, bro, like, just say what the fuck it is. Like,
yeah.
If you don't have a problem, you shouldn't be afraid to say it.
Exactly.
Always the excuse is, well, it's legal. Well, because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, like, you make your money, but it's just
but money. For me, it's more like, I'm gonna have kids tomorrow. You know, if I become a trapman today and then I have kids tomorrow and my kid wants to sell drugs, and I know that path is just a fucking struggle, and I don't want my kid to go through that. How do I tell my kid not to when I was doing it myself?
You really can't. It's hard because they see, like, your kids are gonna see what their parents do. Like, I watched my parents, you know, work a 9-to-5 and make legal money, so that's what I want to do. But people who watch their parents sell drugs and strip more than times, that's what they end up doing. Not always, but if it happens, what can you really say?
You can't really say much. It's just one of those, like, yo, holy fuck. See, yeah, you know, it's interesting how, like, you know, it just sounds like you've been around a lot of shit, and most likely some of the shit is not even the shit you're interested in. And, you know, your will was not bent. So it's a bullshit when people say, like, oh, tell me who you hang, let's tell you who you are.
It's not true.
It's not.
It really is.
Because at the end of the day, you make your own choices.
Exactly.
You could be around everything and anything,
Yeah, like,
And if it's not for you, you're not doing it. That's that.
exactly. Like, I've hung around, you know, hoodmans before, like other types of people before who do other things that I don't want to do. They try to put me on to it, but like,
Put you on?
I'm not.
Put you on why?
To, you know, like, just the way they make their money, but it's just not for me.
So you've been in that. So you've been had a few propositions like, yo, like, you know, this is how much money you make. You know, this is how we're gonna do it. Blah 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 blah. How you get out of that? Don't they got straight feelings after that?
I just say it's not for me.
That's nothing. Yeah.
It's just, you know.
See,
let them down nicely.
I have a few friends that they know that like my biggest tool is right here, and they want it. They want it so bad, and I'm like, bro, listen. The only way that you'll see me, you know, turn left, if it's my mama die, and that mean, and I just put that as in like a metaphor, more like, yo, I have to feel like I got nothing to lose. And I have a lot of shit to lose.
It's true.
I have a lot of shit to lose. No, like there's niggas that getting locked up with like 2-3 kids. Who raising your kids? Who the fuck raising your kids now?
Exactly. You don't even know where your kids are. Like, you don't know if they ate.
Over what? A Jordan shoe? You kidding me, bro? Jordan ain't even trying to help you, cuz.
He's not. And Jordan has his money and his kids are good. He knows where his kids are.
And dumbass nigga got locked up. That sucks. Shout out to anybody that's going through that shit or not. Just know it's gonna be okay. One day you'll get out. Highly doubted that you'll be watching this episode. I mean.
Hopefully you do and you turn around in your life.
Though. Yes. I just wish that we live in a place where we didn't have to do any of it. You know, I get it. You're gonna have to work hard and do something to make yourself surpass the average person.
Especially, I get it too, being black. Like, you do have to work twice as hard. It's true. I get it. But
man, that's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking
perfect.
That's so crazy. Cause like, you don't understand. I tried to teach this to somebody, being like, yo, you know, the tattoos and the shit, you gotta slow it down for a little bit. It becoming noticeable now. You know why? Cause you're black. And you want to make it somewhere. Then you want to make it. Yeah, I want to make it. So go the fuck down. You know, tattoos will always be tattoos. There was tattoos when my grandma was like 20. And there's tattoos right now. That shit ain't going nowhere. You could do it at you could do it when you make it, when you know it's safe. Exactly. But right now, before people find out what the fuck you can bring to the table, they look at you first. And if they don't like the way you look,
they're judging automatically.
You're gone. You're not even gonna make it to that stage of, okay, let's see, let's find out about you. No, they already looked at you. They already said no.
Exactly. They made their mind up the moment they saw you walk in.
Never fuck the periods and fuck the, like, you know, I got all that shit, but like, you won't see me on a professional setting with any of it, and all my tattoos are completely covered.
Exactly.
You gotta get me butt ass nigga to see my tattoos. Like, that's just what it is.
Exactly.
Now, and that's what I think of. I'm like, yo, I still think that my success is dependent of some people that still don't know. And I want to have my best chances. And I feel like a face tat or even a neck tat, I don't think that's a good impression. Regardless of who I say I am.
It's true. It doesn't matter what your credentials are. Like, they still don't care. Like, and I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So you have to. That's the way society is. Exactly. So it's either you follow the rules of society or you don't, and you know, you take kind of what you can get.
You know, my mom always told me this, like, yo, listen, it's all about the look. You know, how do you know a cop is a cop without asking them a cop? The uniform. How do you know a doctor is a doctor? Because of the uniform. You know, if you see a nigga with a bunch of tattoos and shit, man, well, there's two things it could be. He could either be a rapper or a criminal.
Exactly.
And then they gonna ask you, what you do? You're not a rapper? No. Because there ain't nobody walking around with a police uniform without being a fucking cop.
Exactly. Like, It's just the way, like, depending on where you want to go in life, you have to follow the rules. The rules.
You have to be it and look like it.
Exactly. That's why I personally, I just don't have, I mean, I never really had the interest of getting tattoos, so I don't have any, but
yeah.
I mean,
you don't like tattoos?
Just not for myself.
Yeah. You like you're looking at them?
Yeah, I like tattoos on like other people. Like I think tattoos are, you know, they're nice. It's just not really for me. But if I were to get a tattoo, it would definitely be one I'd want to be able to cover it up because of where I want to go in life.
Smart.
So yeah. It goes with like everything, even like hair and nails, like that, all those little things can affect you.
That's right.
How people take you. So
what do you think about, you know, there's this whole situation with Justin Bieber and the dreadlocks. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
I mean, if we're talking specifically about Justin Bieber's dreadlocks, like he can do what he wants.
Hold on. White people and dreadlocks.
White people with dreadlocks? I don't think, I mean, I personally don't like how it looks.
Do you get offended?
No.
You don't get offended?
I don't get offended if white people like get cornrows, get box braids, dreadlocks. Like, I understand it is cultural appropriation, but like if I let every little thing bother me in this world, like I couldn't live. But
you don't. Again, back to this. Best way to solve your problems is to blame it on yourself. I feel that problem is black people's fault.
They do allow him to, you know.
No. Not that allow him. It was just more like we wanted to be seen and heard so much that we brought in our A game when it comes to everything. And the one thing that across the board black people we are good at is entertainment.
It's true.
Best dancers, singers, fashion, you name it. Black people is in there. Jewelry, black people.
All these trends.
No, black people. So now you took something very private of you and you put it on that same table. Well, you thought it was gonna happen. That people were just gonna be like, no, we could do everything else, but not that. I don't think so.
Nah.
So we did that. And I just feel like now it's just one of those things where like, shit, yeah, bro. I mean, we understood that shit look like shit, but it shouldn't be to the level where like you get offended.
Yeah, I don't see the point of getting offended. Like, I personally think if I see a white person with dreadlocks, I think you look silly. Like, I can't lie.
Like, it's one of those things.
Yeah, like, but I'm just
like, if it doesn't
I
look,
don't care.
Like, it's just like it doesn't look good.
It genuinely doesn't
like, your
look good. Your hair doesn't lock.
Right.
And it's not even just like white people too, but even if you have really loose curly hair, your hair doesn't lock properly. So again, it can look not the best.
Right.
So
it's not even, it's a hair thing.
It's a hair thing.
It doesn't look good when the hair is this type of texture.
Exactly. There's certain hair textures lock easier than others, and that's why, it's better suited for them.
So ain't no point in getting mad at that shit.
It's no point. I mean, I grew up in Brantford. If I got mad at every white girl I saw with braids,
you would have been boxing everybody in high school.
Honestly. Even working at the club, like seeing all those, the ones that love off their farmers.
Ew.
Yeah, like they're.
Whoa! Now that we're here, something a little bit more local. Like a lot of people that watch it, they're not gonna have no clue what the fuck we're talking about. What happened to Envy? I just drove by and the shit is like completely demolished.
They had to shut it down because, like, COVID. Like, when are they gonna be able to open up again? Like,
fuck. But like to the point where like just demolish the bitch.
The demolishing, I have no clue. Like, honestly,
they sold it.
I think that they were renting it from the owner.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but like now, like there's like they're doing like they do have their other businesses, but like Envy, like to like hold on to that, like it's just like with the way everything's going, like the way the government has everything going, I don't know, it'd just be too difficult, I feel.
So there's no Envy.
No Envy.
That's crazy. That's like a monument of
I know
of the city. Like, you know,
Sad.
like for a lot of people, that was your first club experience.
My first club experience.
Like, you know, when they used to do them, what do they used to call
Thirsty
it?
Thursday.
Not even.
It?
No, they used to do some shit for the underage. I forgot what the name was.
Teen Foam. Yeah, Teen Foam. I used to love Teen Foam. Actually, I only went twice.
Twice too many.
I was in grade 10, okay?
Wow. And now the whole place gone.
Yeah.
That shit fucking sucks.
It's sad.
That shit sucks.
My first bartending job, just
Gone. See ya.
Peace.
So there's no plans of like what's gonna happen. Like you know, I no clue.
Besides like I don't know if you know about the Turkey Point.
Yeah.
Just like pretty much that. Cause like I don't know, like to open up a club again, like that's pretty possible.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble, but a restaurant, like at least you know when they do open up outside again, there's the patio. You can actually get business that way.
Yeah.
So
they took over TP Hotel. Are they renaming that, please?
No, like they have like like they say Envy on the Beach just so like Brantford people, like if they come in they realize okay, same owner. Like if you're from Brantford, you know about Envy, but it's still Turkey Point Hotel.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jeez. Damn. Nah, I've been to TP Hotel for like May 24. That was litty. Like back then. I remember they used to have like these like buses, like they'll fill up some buses and bring people from Toronto.
Really?
Yeah. Like, oh man, I hooked up with this one MILF inside a bus. It was fucked. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, old time, really, really long time ago. Like I was just at the club and she was very good looking. She did not look her age, and then she told me how old she was, and like she had kids and everything. I'm like, oh, fuck it then. But yeah, saw that night, never again. I ain't trying to. I look like a fucking PSW. Fuck all that. Didn't even know old people. Tia,
yeah.
If there's anything you want to tell to the people, what would that be to close this shit off?
Invest your money. Starting young. Get a life insurance policy. Young. Don't let your parents or your people, have to beg for money on the internet to bury you.
Listen, well, first of all, make sure your parents don't bury you.
Yeah, number one.
Try to do whatever you can so your parents don't have to bury you.
Exactly.
But in the event that they do, have something somewhere, please and thank you. Because GoFundMe is kind of, there's some niggas out there that just had too good of a life.
Too good of a life. And
now you spend, I've been there because, there's some niggas that you just have love for them,
No, I completely get it.
But there's some niggas that I look at like, nigga, what? You did not take me. You did not. When you was popping them 15 bottles that one night, I was not there. Now you want me to donate? Fuck you.
You're asking for 10K, but I saw you with 10K on your arm. I saw you with 10K to your ear.
Ooh. Tia, you know too much.
I know too much. I need to shut up.
This is How Far Is Too Far. Another episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Tia, for coming in today.
You're welcome.
I love you. And, till next week, guys. Peace out.